Hi, here is Uwe Boll, and you listen to Extra Features.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Extra Features Movie Review Podcast. This is episode number 201. My name is Kevin.
I'm Simon.
I'm Daniel.
The intern forevermore. Look.
So what's been happening, guys? How's everything going?
Yeah, pretty good. Good. Nothing's been going on. Watched Batman Ninja today, but that's about it.
Oh, you were cramming, were you?
Well, a little bit last minute, yeah.
That's not like you, Dan.
It's very hard for me to watch Batman Ninja.
Oh, why is that, Bob? Because you didn't come pick it
It
up?
would still be at your house.
Should have came to get it then. I can't help you if you don't want to get off your butt.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were saying?
Nothing.
Okay. Let's continue on. Kev.
Don't be busy looking for. Forget it. Whatever.
I don't have any sheets in front of me, so somebody's going to have to do Incredibles 2 cast list because my phone's upstairs, so I don't have it today.
Okay, Holly Hunter. Are we starting with Incredibles 2, sorry?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So Incredibles 2.
Yeah, Holly Hunter, Brad Bird, Craig T. Nelson, Sarah Vowell, Samuel Jackson, Sophia Bush is in there.
Yes.
Bob Odenkirk, Catherine Keener, Hugh Milner, I think, is the kid who's playing Dash.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Hugh Milner, don't care.
Okay.
Okay, Kev, Incredibles 2, what'd you think?
I didn't see it, so I can't tell you.
What?
I have not seen it.
Oh, wow, I'm shocked. Bob?
I saw it. It was good. There was parts I laughed in. It was just as well done as the first one. But I tried to rush back in during the end credits. I'm going, really? That was it?
Hold on. You tried to rush back in? Where were you?
Washroom.
Oh. Maybe you shouldn't order
the movie
a drink.
ended. Shut up. The movie ended, and I had to rush back and then rush back.
I got it.
Because there was the end credits scene, of which it was like, what was that?
Apparently it was just the Underminer going across the screen? Or something?
There was something else. It was them turning off the light for the Pixar thing. Turning off the Pixar light.
You didn't enjoy that, Bob.
I was waiting for more. They said an end credit scene. I was waiting for something.
Oh, the Underminer got away, though.
That's nice of him.
They kind of never dealt with the Underminer ever.
I love the first, I love it that it started off with him, though. Jumping off with the first film, that was great.
It was perfect. I gotta say, Jack scene against the raccoon is like my favorite.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was hysterical. The rest of the film was okay. I don't think it's not as good as the first one. It's pretty evident it's not.
No.
I didn't think the villain was strong enough. I really thought it was just the first one with a role reversal.
Which I thought worked for it, though. Just turning the dynamic around a bit.
Making Elastigirl in charge instead of him? It's the same film, though. We just watched this film. Because I rewatched 1 before I watched 2.
Yeah, that's fair. I still really liked it, though. I thought it was worth the wait. And did you ever watch the Jack Attack short?
No.
On the DVD? Well, it's basically he has the powers and he's screwing around with the babysitter. So that's basically the subplot of him. That's basically the short film.
So the short film shows you what happens in the first one. When the babysitter's calling the mom on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, weird things are happening with Jack.
So, I know Kevin hasn't seen this, but I would tell him to wait for DVD. I really don't think he needs to see this in the theaters.
I saw it in IMAX, so I thought it was really good in theaters.
But again, my argument is what? They didn't give us anything new.
Well, definitely gave us more Jack. I don't know. I loved it for the nostalgia of it.
Yeah, but again, I'm going to tell you, I just rewatched the first one. The first one is such a strong film.
And I think this one is too.
I think this one's an excellent film. It's strong, sure, but again, I wanted more teamwork, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I really felt they just took the workings of the first one and changed parts of it. And this felt exactly like the first one to me.
Okay.
With the crappier villain.
I mean, yeah, I guess it is just because it did follow like a similar formula, right?
Same formula.
Yeah.
Bob, what do you think?
I really loved it, though.
What? I guess, yeah, you're right, I guess.
Do you not feel I'm right? Do you have a difference of opinion, which is fine?
No, not really. I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I can see both your points of view on it, so...
Okay. Moving on, I guess.
All right, what's next?
Let's do Batman Ninja, because I know you have to go early, Kev, because of my mistake for delaying us. So, Batman Ninja.
Who wants to tell us a little bit about Batman Ninja?
I think it's all you.
Well, I don't have IMDb in front of me.
Oh, Dan?
Okay.
All right, so I can tell you the premise. The premise is that something happens at Arkham Asylum, and the Bat cast, including the villains, are transported back into medieval or like feudal Japan, when the country was run by provinces, with like overseeing land, like warlords. So Batman arrives, and most of the villains and some of his associates are already well settled into their roles, and the Bat villains have carved up the island of Japan and have taken a territory each. And so Batman has to, as his technology starts to fail him, he has to rely on his skills and training. And he teams up with local ninjas in the Bat Clan who assist him, and then it just goes from there, from various fights with Joker, Harley, Two-Face, Penguin, Bane, various other characters, with Catwoman and Nightwing and Robin. And Red Robin.
And Alfred. Alfred shows up.
And Alfred. Yep.
And what did you think, Kev?
I thought it was batshit crazy.
Okay, good.
It was... I know basically they went to some of the best anime directors and said, go crazy with this, let's have fun. You know Batman as well as everybody else. So what if you took Batman and his villains and put them in feudal Japan, what would you get? So you get giant steampunk robots and kaiju, and you're getting big fights between these giant steam-powered robots that are like the Joker robot, Penguin robot, and then it just gets crazy, and you end up with like monkeys forming giant Batman figures that fight the giant robots, and but I didn't think Batman was ever out of character, or the villains were out of character. I thought they were all pretty much true to themselves, just with this batshit crazy stuff going on around them. And I thought the animation, for the most part, was top notch.
Yeah, I like the animation too. But what was up with that? Like one scene where it was like looked like a painting.
Yeah, that was another director they went to, and so different directors did different segments.
Oh, okay.
So even though there was a consistency of vision, that one scene in particular turns into almost like a hallucinatory painting, with Batman confronting the Joker, who is claimed to have lost his memory, and he's become a farmer.
Yeah, I didn't like that scene at all.
No, and the timeline didn't seem quite right to me. That like he defeats him, and then all of a sudden he doesn't remember, and he's already set up with a farm, and he's well along his way. It just seemed like, how long were they there? I thought this was a day or two, not months or years.
Yeah, that was weird.
I thought this thing was batshit crazy.
But did you like it?
No.
No, me neither.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. I thought it looked beautiful. I could not believe how nice the animation was, but the storyline was driving me nuts because I don't like Japanese animation nor manga anyway.
Yeah, and the ending felt like it was just like an ending of Power Rangers.
Yes,
Like
exactly. I thought I was rewatching Power Rangers. I'm like, enough of Power Rangers, guys.
And the puns were killing me. Like when Joker was like, "Oh, when life gives you time travel, we have to make travel aid." Oh my god!
The jokes were terrible.
Like, yeah, the dialogue was just. Oh, I hated the dialogue very much.
I think part of that is culture.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because this was taken. It wasn't written by American writers. It was written by the Japanese writers and directors.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe something was lost in cultural translation.
Yeah, because I wish I watched the Japanese version with the translation on the bottom. I didn't realize there was one until after I saw it.
Yeah, that might have been fun. Like, yeah, and like when Catwoman's gonna fight Harley for a second time, like time for some girl-on-girl action.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I tried hard, Kev. I thought it looked beautiful, but the storyline was just... I was getting bored because it was just... Yeah. I found it was like the same fight over and over and over and over again. I'm like, something new, please.
And is Gorilla Grodd a popular villain? I've never heard of him.
He's one of my favorites.
He's a Flash villain.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched the Flash.
And this kind of picks up from... it's kind of part of the tied-in New 52 Batman universe. And Gorilla Grodd is a big part of the Injustice League.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, the whole thing with him going to the mountains and meeting Gorilla Grodd, who's in a hot tub, was all very, very odd.
Yeah.
But it all works out in the end because it's Batman, so it has to work out perfectly.
Right, so they end up back in normal time.
Yeah, and then the freaking bats form a bat signal.
Yeah.
I thought the characters, the designs were good, except for Joker's mustache. That was just weird for me.
Told you there was a reason for that.
Yeah, like you said, it's for the times. Like,
no, it's homage to the 60s Batman.
Oh, true. Oh, okay. So you didn't explain the reason. I thought it was just because it's samurais and stuff.
No, I didn't give you the reason. I was going to give it to you now, which I just did.
Okay. It still looks stupid, but...
Yeah.
So, Kevin, did you like this then?
No, I watched it and I said, well, that was unique. I mean, I'm not going to place it into a thing where I hated it or loved it. I just kind of watched it and it was kind of like, oh, okay. It sounds like Bob, like a Bob review sometimes where he's like, it was good. I watched it and I was entertained enough, you know. And that's what I was. I watched it and I was entertained.
I think the only scene I actually kind of liked was like when Joker had the boat and they attacked him on the boat. I thought that was okay.
I liked the boat scene.
Yeah, then that was about it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed every time Batman attacks somebody, they're like, oh, you haven't caught me yet. Let's bring out the next secret weapon I have.
Yeah, and just bad puns.
And where does Robin get a bunch of monkeys from? Monkey ninjas?
That monkey was cute.
I don't know.
Yes.
I thought it was just stupid when it's like, oh, we're a Batman clan because there was a prophecy that someone with the mask of a bat will come and save us when everything's in peril. Like, okay. Yeah.
Are we doing?
And I guess there's no worry about changing the timeline.
No, none.
No.
All right.
What have you all? Are we doing the heist or are we doing Truth or Dare, Kevin? Or Win It All?
What's the next big release? What about Ocean's 8?
Did you watch it, Kev? No.
No, I haven't seen Ocean's 8, but it's on your list.
It is. Dan?
Yeah, I watched it.
Sandra Bullock, Mindy Kaling, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Rihanna, someone with a big long A name. I don't know her name, how to say it.
Oh, Aquafina.
Thank you. Aquafina. Who am I forgetting? Is that it?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh.
And, Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson, the housewife.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan. I'll let you have this one.
I watched Steven Soderbergh's original trilogy like a week before I saw this. So just this, like, he brought so much style to the heist genre, and then this was just so safe. And like the cast is the only reason that it's entertaining, because like the characters I didn't really care for, and there's not much suspense in the actual heist. But like I like the idea that they were stealing the necklace off of a person instead of like having to figure out a way to crack a safe and all that. But yeah, I think I gave it like a 6, but I wasn't big on it.
Okay, let's back this up. Kevin, the first 20 minutes of this film are introducing people. Maybe even half an hour.
Right.
It was painful. Like, they spend like 10 minutes with Sandra Bullock, her getting out of prison. They spend 10 minutes with Kate. Oh, it's about 40 minutes, the first of this film, until it gets going. And they just spend time introducing characters. I'm like, get to the point of this.
That's Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the same thing.
Soderbergh is so much better at it than whoever this guy was.
Yeah. Gary Ross. He did Hunger Games.
Soderbergh's film was a remake of another film.
Yeah, it's the Ocean's 11. I've seen that one too, and that's a terrible film.
Right, but it was the same thing. It was like, introduce the characters. Here's Danny Ocean. He's a criminal. He gets his buddy. Then they need this person to do this job, this person to do that job, as they figure it out. And that's what this is. I mean, I haven't even seen this. And I know essentially it's the same premise. Let's gather 8 people to do this job. And, I mean, I guess the whole thing is that, do you like the characters and do you care about what they're doing?
No, that's the whole problem.
Then the film's a failure.
The characters are uninteresting. It's about the heist. And the heist is so dumb.
Yeah, there's no suspense, really.
I'm like, okay. And they get away with it so quick. And then there's a little twist at the end, 2 twists. I'm like, I don't care.
I thought those are okay, but... And, like, Soderbergh in 11, though, like, he did it so quickly. They introduced them with, like, montages and stuff. So that's what made it feel more fun, I find. But this just didn't really have.
I couldn't tell you who the director of this film is.
It's Gary Ross. He did Pleasantville and The Hunger Games.
So they picked a safe director.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Ron Howard. It's just another Ron Howard director.
It's a Ron Howard film.
Nothing else.
No character.
Nothing. The problem is, I mean, who was Kate Blanchett? I couldn't even tell half these characters, only because I knew who they were. The makeup was terrible.
I'm Lou. She did, like, watered down vodka. She was just weird.
Did you see how bad the makeup was on these people?
I didn't really notice that.
Oh, it was caked on them. The makeup was driving me nuts. And what was Kate Blanchett doing? She looked asleep.
Maybe the makeup should have made her look awake. Right?
I mean, Helena Bonham Carter at least tries. Helena, she tries.
I thought she was like... I think she was my favorite because she was like so quirky.
At least she had something to do.
Yeah. And I love Rihanna in anything.
I mean, Mariana's just a beautiful woman, but she was terrible too. She's supposed to be the ultimate code breaker, so she phones her sister.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Really?
I like that her mouse or whatever was a 9-ball, and she's 9-ball.
Oh, I thought she was terrible. And Mindy Kaling, her big job in this is to wash dishes. Like, really, Dan?
Jewelry maker. I didn't make it.
And you get to the end, and they did this. I'm like, I just don't care. Like, did you care about the 2 twists?
What? Did I care about the twists?
2 of them. There's 2 twists.
Yeah. I thought I was like, okay, that can't be it. And then they did that. I was like, okay, like that's fine.
Oh, wait. We're going to add one more twist at the very end.
Yeah, like that's fine.
Who cared? I was like, this has got to end. I'm bored.
And your movie has like a problem when like James Corden has to come in and kind of make things funnier.
Oh, he's the only person that actually looks like he cares to be here. Like, at least James Corden shows up. I'm like, oh my God, somebody that actually cares they're here. And it's going to make an effort. Yeah. And even he's like, okay.
Well, that's sad when it's James Corden.
Exactly. He's the highlight of the film, is James Corden in this film, honestly. I thought this...
Well, I think when we were predicting our movies, I saw this as a one weekend blip.
Yeah, that's what I had
I
in
think
mind,
it's-
too.
I think it's living up to my expectations.
I think
I
I
think
number...
it did because it made like 42 and like 20 and then 11 this weekend.
Do I need the list for everybody? Is that what you want me to go get?
No, I just
Okay.
it's what I find funny is like everyone went crazy about how this one did so well, and it made 43 million, and Solo made 83 the weekend before, and it's a dismal failure.
Yeah, it's made 100 so far, so that's not
What's
bad.
that?
Like overall, it's made 100. Oh, sorry.
Amy over there. Sorry, Mike's asking me a question.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry. On the floor, there's a pencil holder tray, a circular thing behind the printer. To the left of the printer. Sorry, keep going, guys. Sorry.
I don't know where Simon went.
Simon, where are you?
I'm coming back. I had to get something.
Bob,
Okay.
Bob, you didn't see this one, right?
Yeah, I did.
Truth or Dare?
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell us about it.
What do you think about
You
it?
never even asked Bob what he thought of Ocean's 8.
He didn't...
Whatever, it's okay, move on.
Oh, no, Bob,
we
what do you
didn't
think
know
of
he signed
Ocean's
on
8?
Mindy Kaling wasn't, that's not the only thing she did was doing dishes.
What else
They had
did she
her
do?
Can you let me talk for a second?
Sure.
They had her come in so they could take the diamond apart. She was the one that was the expert in that.
Yeah.
Is that what her job was?
Yes.
Yeah, so they could make
Wasn't
different
just doing
jewelry.
dishes. That's not what she was there for.
Well, that's what
It
she...
was a big diamond. It was a big diamond, and they had her take it apart piece by piece so they could get it out of there.
Yeah, and they could all wear different pieces of jewelry to wear it out. Yeah, thanks, Bob.
That's how they got it out of there, because it didn't look like the same piece of jewelry then. I think you missed that part.
I probably fell asleep by then.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Dan has Oceans at 7. Kevin has it at 7. Bob has it at 3. And
Well, we all
I
know
can't
it.
find my sheet, so that's what I was looking
Okay.
for.
Okay.
What's the next movie on the list?
Truth or Dare?
Oh. Okay, well, I started watching this one. I turned it off. I couldn't watch it. Another garbage horror movie.
It would be really good if it was a comedy, because this is the funniest
Yeah.
thing ever.
It would be a hilarious comedy if people did things like actually whip their dicks out on pool tables and told
Yeah.
people in libraries the secrets of their friends' relationships.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But as a horror movie, no, it's not good at all.
No.
And what
No,
was it?
I didn't write fake prescriptions.
Oh no.
Jab.
Okay.
Jabs a pen in his eye.
With the weird smile too.
Not just a pen, it was
Yeah.
his favorite pen.
His favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive pen. Yeah. But the premise is Lucy Hale and a bunch of friends go on a vacation to Mexico, right? And then a guy brings them to a church and it's like, yeah, let's play Truth or Dare.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game follows them home and makes them play. And if they don't play, they're dead.
Well, it's just
But
dumb
of course,
ways.
it's a weird version too, right? Because when the first group did it, they had their own rules, so the game thinks it has these weird rules.
Yeah, because you can't do 3 truths in a row, and then the game adopts that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
And then did everyone see it?
I did.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
I
and
saw it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
oh, well, you wouldn't have been scared
It's a
anyway.
good time.
Right? Oh. And then at that one point when it's like,
The only
oh,
thing I would have been scared at with those smiling faces. I mean, that
that was
But it-
hilarious.
that usually gives me nightmares, but not at 2 in the morning because I just slept through.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when they were like, oh, she picks truth, and it's like, oh, I dare you to tell the truth. It's like that's cheating.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, but
Haven't they done something like this before in some other movie? I seem to remember it happening like that.
I guess my question is, when they get to the end of the game, to the end of the film, she gives up.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really beat the demon.
But they make a broad. Can I spoil it?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want anybody ever
Sorry.
to watch this piece of junk.
Yeah, they make like a broadcast so they don't get so everyone watches it so they don't have to play again. And like, yeah, it's like end of the world,
It
right?
didn't work because there was one of them that was in the background and they were smiling at the other person watching it.
Yeah.
But that didn't work.
Oh no, it did. So it's going around. So no, it'll be like a
But
bunch of years.
the game is still taking over.
Yeah, but it's just like they're being selfish and they'll never have to play again, or at least for a few years, because everyone else is.
Well, that's what I mean. But I mean, usually in this film, there's an end, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I guess so. There's
And they did the research. They figured out how to beat the demon. They went to see that woman
with the no tongue.
with the no tongue and this and that, and nothing happens.
I can't remember even.
Well, that's what I mean. She had to go to the computer because they didn't win.
Yeah.
So they should have all died.
Well, they were supposed to kill each other at the end, but that didn't happen. At least not that I could see.
I was just annoyed. I kind
Girl.
of felt like they didn't really give me an ending to the film.
No, not really. It's a terrible movie overall, though.
Yeah, I guess so. It was just my
So
fault.
hardly surprising, right?
True. So Kevin didn't even want to watch this. He packed it in. He said, "This is complete crap."
No,
I'm
you
not
know,
watching
Mike arrived and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch the last hour of this.
Oh, you got like half an hour in?
Yeah.
it."
Or maybe 45.
That's a feat in its own, though.
That was pretty good, Kev.
That's pretty
This
good.
was terrible.
Because I saw this in theaters, unfortunately, and even like the opening when the person's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to set you on fire now." I was like, "This is going to be terrible."
I just think they had no
Yikes.
budget, and it shows. I thought the premise was weak. I don't like films that don't have an ending or don't have an ending I like or even understand. I thought they just copped out at the end of the script.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just my feeling. I did not like this film at all.
Yeah.
All right, we don't
So
have.
you didn't like? Did Bobby didn't like it either, or did you like it?
Not. I can't really say that I didn't like it, but I didn't like it up to a point. But I like as a whole. I don't know if I can say that I liked it, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like it's something
So
different.
you'd recommend people see it?
No,
Oh, okay.
No. Okay.
I'd give it a 5,
Oh, wow. Okay.
but I wouldn't recommend people see it. Like if they found it in a bin somewhere and they looked at it and they go, I want to see this. Sure.
You guys ever watched The Bye Bye Man?
No.
I don't
Well,
think.
I feel like this is this year's The Bye Bye Man because it's so terrible. It's kind of funny.
Oh, it's on Netflix, so all the little kids can watch it. Then go nuts.
Yeah. True.
All right, what's next?
Win it all.
Hey.
Win it all.
Did you watch it, Kevin?
I did.
Okay, what about you, Bob?
Nope.
You can't Netflix. You doesn't have it.
This is a Netflix movie, right?
And definitely not.
Oh, true.
And it's got Jack Johnson from New Girl,
Yeah, Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson,
Hey, who's in Jurassic World
as well
or
as the
something?
guy that plays Peralta's buddy on Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Yeah.
as his brother.
Jolo Truglio
Mm-hmm.
I recognize that guy.
and Michael Keegan Key.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Keegan Michael Key. One of those.
So, what drew you to this film, Dan?
I love poker, man.
So do I.
I like Jake Johnson, too.
But I wouldn't call this a poker movie.
No, it's like a gambling movie.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
why?
Because there's no gambling in it. Real gambling. There's no tension in the gambling.
Well, he gambles, though. He plays the poker. He plays the cash games at his local
Yeah, but they're just.
joint.
It's like he could go to the strip bar and playing baccarat in the back. It's really just a plot thing. It's not really part of it. You know what I
No.
mean? He's just sort of
It's
there.
about the characters.
It's more
about
of a-
addiction and temptation,
yeah.
and about wanting to redeem yourself.
Does he want to redeem himself, though?
Yeah, I think he gets his life back on track trying to do the landscaping job and everything.
Because the
And-
woman makes him do it, not because he wants
No,
to do it.
he made himself do it.
Because of the woman.
No, it's not even that. He has to do it or he's going to die. That guy's going to kill him for
Yeah,
stealing
'cause-
money.
That's
He
true.
Need money. So that's
So,
what it-
so Bob, the premise is that Jack has a buddy who shows up. He's going to prison. He leaves a bag with him. He says, "Don't open the bag. I'll come and get this bag when I'm out of prison in 6 months, and I'll give you $10,000 for doing this for me." He says, "Oh, okay." So within a day or two, he opens up the bag, and it's full of money.
yeah.
And he's trying to get, he has no money because he's gambled it all away. And he has no job, no life really. He's basically bartering to get coffee from the guy next door. So he decides to take some of that money. But first he goes to his gambling sponsor. And that sponsor says, "You're an idiot. You lose all the time. Don't do this." And yet he still does it because he's a gambler. He has an addiction. And he loses the money. And he's down. He's down 20 grand.
Yeah.
So he has 6 months essentially to get 20 grand back in the bag, or he's going to die. That guy will kill him for spending the money. So he goes to his brother, gets a job working landscaping, and he meets a girl in a bar, and they hit it off, and suddenly things start changing, and he's starting to feel what it's like to have a normal life, earning money for a living, going on dates. He starts to see a future for himself. And then the guy's prison sentence is cut short by 5 months. And he has 5 months, he has like a week to get $20,000 together.
Yeah. And he has to use the money to try to get that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why'd you guys
So
think
that's
of,
Sorry?
what's up?
why'd you think of the female lead?
Eva?
The love interest.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked her.
She was okay. I don't think she had a lot of a role, like that big of a role.
I don't think she had anything to do. I felt kind of bad for her.
She's like, yeah, okay. I mean, she's his motivation to get his life back on track, I guess, right?
That's what I think she
One of
is.
his motivations.
Because when he meets her, he won money that night.
Yeah, he was feeling
Right.
good, and he was buying everyone drinks.
Right. He hadn't given up gambling and gone the landscaping guy yet. He won the money.
No.
Yeah.
So I guess why I'm going here, when he has a heart attack,
hmm
Yeah.
and he's with his buddy, who we don't
Yeah.
really even know his buddy.
Right.
Did his buddy collect his money for him?
I think the movie ends on a nebulous note because he has the panic attack. It's not a heart attack, but he has a panic attack, and he has to go to the hospital. But he's won. He's cleared his debts. He's made $100,000. He's $6,000 over what he's lost.
Yeah.
Right. But
So he can pay the guy now. He can give the guy's bag back. He can get $10,000 back from the guy, and move on with his life. But he has this panic attack, which is good because he would have gambled it all away again.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was convenient that he had the panic attack at that moment.
Yeah, but did his buddy collect his money is my question.
The guy kept saying to him, "Cash
Yeah.
him out,
Cash
Yeah.
him out."
I did, but we never saw him cashed out, I guess is what I'm trying
So
to
he-
say.
No,
Let's just put it in the bag, and then they left.
yeah.
I
So they
know.
left, and I don't see him carrying the bag out either when he's.
Well,
drags
that's
it.
what I'm saying. We don't see a bag.
I'm assuming he did it.
So am I.
Yeah.
But he's saying my cell phone and everything was left at the place.
So they went back to get it, and because either way, the guy gets paid back.
I agree
And-
with you. The guy
And
gets
he's
paid
$400
back.
over.
But I wanted to see the guy get his money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we didn't get that resolution
Because,
where the guy could have opened the bag and said, "Wow, this money looks fresh."
yeah,
Well, the money I gave you looked like beat up and whatever else.
yeah.
sure.
Anyway,
I think I kind of needed that scene. I wanted to see that transaction.
Okay.
And just see the guy going to move in with the girl or do something. I found I was missing pieces.
I enjoyed the parts of this movie. I thought the music was great,
I like the music.
and I liked
Yeah.
the look of the film.
So
Yeah,
did I.
the 16 millimeter was great.
I think it reminded me of like a 70s film.
Yes.
Like it didn't need a huge resolution or a giant set action piece. Or
No, definitely not.
any of the usual tropes that we usually get with these kinds of romance redemption stories.
But I like.
Dialogue was great too.
I did enjoy the brother not giving him the money. I thought that was fair.
Yeah, because it was only like 6 weeks, right?
And he
He's
said,
like,
"No,
"No, I'm
I'm
not gonna
sorry, I
make up
can't."
this
And I agree with that. I thought that kind of worked. But I wanted to. I guess being like Dan was saying, I wanted more poker. I like watching poker movies. And I kind of, but I mean, I don't think the film needed it. It's something I was looking for.
But
I think we, as outsiders, have to look at it like poker is the enemy here. So let's not linger on the poker, on the joy of the game, which is
because he's trying to win it all back to get out of this.
Poker has ruined this guy's life. The addiction to gambling, and it's hereditary. He got it from his father too. His father had a gambling addiction.
Right?
Yeah.
Addiction to
so I think the whole view of the filmmaker was that, at least the impression I got was that gambling and poker was the enemy. So it's not like what was that Ed Norton movie? Rounders, which was like a poker fetish movie. It was great. You learned about poker. You watched the games taking place. You could get into it. He doesn't want to create new gamblers. He wants to warn people that gambling is highly addictive and destroys people's lives. Like he has a choice at one point to either run or stay and die.
Yeah.
Or he has this crazy thing where, and then his sponsor says to him, "Go and gamble" is amazing. I don't know why. To me, that surprised the hell out of me that he would say that. But
just to try to stay and like get on with his life if he wins it all back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eva's daughter's voice is like, "Okay, I'm refueled now. I want to meet this little girl," kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would say overall, I liked it. I didn't love it. Again, I didn't love it, but I thought it was a good, solid film.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, actually. Yeah. Like, I know what you mean about you wanted to see more poker, though, because, like, it might have been nicer to see the winning hand kind of thing. But,
yes.
Like, because it's just like, oh, yeah, he gambled to a nut flush, and he got there. But, see, like, this guy is not good at poker.
Do you think he got a
He's
nut
just a gambler,
flush?
right? Sorry?
Do you think he got a nut flush?
Yeah, that's what they said in the dialogue. Like, oh, yeah, I gambled to the nut flush.
Yeah, I heard that. But what's a nut flush? You get it on the river?
Oh, so he had so if it was clubs, he had the ace of clubs. He had the best possible hand on the board.
Okay, okay. I thought he got it on the river is the way I took it.
Okay, yeah, he made his flush on the river.
Okay, so I was listening. Okay.
Yeah, so he was gambling and he was hopeful that he'd hit on the river, and he did.
Okay, I don't know. I can't recommend this film because it didn't do a lot for me. Like it wasn't for me.
See, like, for some reason, I really, really like this, and I hate Drinking Buddies. It's the same director.
I hated Drinking Buddies.
Same kind of, like, mumblecore style.
I didn't like Drinking Buddies, yeah.
Okay. MJ, you're alive. That's it for new releases, Kev. We're going to go quickly.
Okay.
You gotta go.
What else is on the list?
All I have left is Vault stuff.
Sorry?
Video Vault stuff.
All right, crank it open.
Oh, we still have Thoroughbred.
Oh, shoot. I totally forgot about Thoroughbreds.
Sorry to interrupt your vault opening, Bob.
Sorry. Close that door. Sorry, Thoroughbreds.
Closed again.
I think only me and Dan saw Thoroughbreds, didn't we?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob has seen it.
Too.
Bob, your lead. Olivia Cook.
I'd rather not leave because I want to hear what you guys thought.
No, you're going first, buddy. Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anton Yelchin, rest in peace.
And Anton Wilson.
Yeah.
Bob, let's go.
But okay, I thought it would be better than it was. I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was boring. I didn't like the characters. No interest, and I was bored.
Okay.
Wow. I'll take this one, Dan. I have to 100% fundamentally disagree with you, Bob.
Of course.
I thought this movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely exactly what I was looking for in a film. Something different. I like the conversation between...
different, but boring.
Also, I disagree.
I thought it was unpredictable.
Yes, I thought it was very unpredictable. I like how they introduced Olivia Cook as saying, she's a problem child. She needs friends. And the mom hires Anya Taylor-Joy to hang out with her and help her study.
Yeah, because they used to be old friends, right?
Yes, and it just works for me.
I remember this kind of movie from before.
And I don't know, I just love the interaction between the two girls. I thought they had great chemistry. I love the dialogue. I didn't even need to see the big plot twist. It didn't bug me that it was off screen. You didn't see it. I was okay with that.
I love that. I thought that was really true to the story.
And I thought that worked for the story a lot, and the twist was fantastic.
True.
And the letter, I love the letter at the end of the film.
Yeah.
I thought that worked for me. This will be on my top 10 favorite of the year.
Just the effect of like the rowing machine just stopping.
Yes.
Was amazing.
And I mean,
the
guy was a complete dick.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
I felt bad for her mom, but she needed the cash. I got it.
Yeah. And I love like what you say about the character interactions between Cook and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Fantastic.
I love like when like Cook's about to give her a hug and she just backs away. Like I thought you were being aggressive kind of thing. Because like she killed her horse and she's like everyone's like this girl's fucked up.
I love when she goes through the whole story and how she killed the horse and why. That was intense for me.
Yeah, the cinematography too was amazing.
I loved it.
And it was written for the stage, so that's why.
Okay.
So that's why we didn't see the pivotal moment.
But I didn't need to.
No, we don't. I feel like that's really true for the director's vision too. That we don't see it. Yeah, I love this one, and I love like the attention to detail too. Even like I don't know, it was on for a split second, but like there's a painting with the person is holding onto the woman's like nipple.
I know the painting you're talking. The living room.
It's so funny. Yeah, I love that.
I think Kevin would have loved this film. I'll make sure you see it.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. So you know that this movie sat on the shelf for 2 years.
No, I did not know.
Yeah. So I'm just reading now. Fun fact: the film remained in limbo for almost 2 years. Production lasted from May to June 2016. But the film wasn't released theatrically until March 2018 due to a long and extensive festival circuit in 2017, not to mention post-production and marketing.
Oh, that's true. I remember waiting a while to see this.
It was at TIFF. I know that for a fact.
Because, Anton Yelchin passed away
a while ago. June 2016. Yeah. June 19th, I think.
So right after this film.
So this would have been like right after he finished this film.
Yeah, I think this is his last one.
Well, I just love this film. Absolutely love it. I'm sorry you didn't like it, Bob, but I understand why you didn't like it. If you tell me you didn't get it and it was boring, it was slow.
It's not for everyone.
It was slow, and I've seen it other times. Like Wild Things is similar to it, and there's one that was with I can't think of the name, but it was
Heathers?
Who?
Heathers?
That could be one, and then there's another one that was similar to Heathers as well, but I can't think of it. They were in a mental hospital.
Actor?
They were in a mental hospital.
The Ward?
Asylum or something.
Boys Don't Cry?
No,
I don't know.
I tried to watch the other one too, but I haven't. I got so far in it, I'm going, oh wait, who was it? No, I can't think of it. I'll think of it later.
Girl Interrupted?
That's it.
Oh, okay, with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
I love that film.
I haven't seen it, actually.
Really like Girl Interrupted.
Kevin
made you watch it.
I put it back. It's one of those movies I owe Simon still.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
okay.
No, not really. Moving on. Open the vault then.
I can't find the key now. Oh, there it is. Welcome. Right.
That was a good one.
Hey, Bob.
What?
Is that your dinner? I'm kind of hungry. Are you finishing that?
That dinner was last week.
Oh, I'll pass then. Thank you for the option, though.
Yeah, it looks like Indian food.
Oh, we did go out for lunch the other day.
Yes, we did.
Since Kevin has to go, let's do the. Oh, he's only seen 2 on this list, so let's go to Doc Hollywood.
Go to where?
Doc Hollywood, 1991 film with Michael J. Fox and Woody Harrelson and Julie Werner and Bernard Hughes and David Ogden Stiers and George Hamilton and a few other people.
Bridget
Fonda,
Woody Harrelson,
Helen Martin.
Long ago.
Francis. Oh my God, I'm so mad I forgot her name. Francis something.
Sternhagen.
That's it.
McDormand?
She's
Or,
in
no,
it.
sorry.
Francis
What?
Sternhagen.
So I think me and you are it for Doc Hollywood, Kev. I don't think anybody else.
Yeah, I
did.
didn't see.
I've seen it long ago.
What did you think, Bob? Or you don't remember?
Is this the one where he's a doctor and he crashes into a fence in a small town?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, I've seen it. I remember.
And they
it.
want
And
him
he's
to be the doctor.
He thinks he knows everything, and they teach him that he's like a little snob and whatever.
Yeah, he is a bit snobby, but he also thinks they're a hick town.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are.
that's right. Okay, I remember seeing this. I thought it was really good at the time. Now I'm not so sure, but at the time when I saw it, I liked it, and I thought Michael J. Fox did a good job in it, and all the rest of the cast as well.
I picked it up on Netflix, or not Netflix, iTunes. There was a $5 sale. So I've always wanted to get a copy of this film because I did enjoy it when it came out, and I wanted to revisit it. And I found it's a charming little film. He's a doctor. He's done his internship. He wants to move to LA, be a plastic surgeon, make millions. And he gets sidetracked in this little town that needs a doctor.
Right.
And so he for whatever reason, he ends up being drafted to do some medical work for them. And he
To
meets
repay
the
for the
people.
fence that he broke.
Correct.
Yes, that's right, community service.
Right.
And they also have to fix his car, which is going to take some time.
Yep.
So
They made
you
sure
know,
it was.
it's
They made
just
sure it took longer.
it reminds me in many ways of my cousin Vinny, in that it's a small town with quirky personalities. You get to know them. You get to sort of grow on you, and you begin to appreciate that what they have is interesting, and maybe he should be there full time, which is a huge temptation for him.
Yeah. My cousin
And,
Vinny was on the other.
Sorry?
It's a good movie too.
Yeah, it is.
My cousin Vinny. I liked the cast. I liked the interactions. I liked everything about it. And the romance kind of frustrated me a bit, but
Just a bit?
a little bit. But there were some nice moments when they watched the fireworks in the boat on the lake, and when she comes out of the lake naked
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
and
that.
surprises him.
I'll have to watch it then.
I'm going to have to watch it again.
And Woody Harrelson is surprising. Bridget Fonda was very young and very gorgeous in this movie.
Correct.
And she wants to be the romantic lead, but the cards just aren't on the table for that. She's also the mayor's daughter, if I recall.
She is.
Yeah. Anyway, I liked it. It's definitely a movie of its time.
Yep.
But I don't mind revisiting that time.
So,
Same here.
I sat and this is not for me, Kev. I love Michael J. Fox and Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've liked him in anything else.
There are a bunch of Michael J. Fox movies I really like.
I know. And I mean, I tried. I thought the townsfolk were not interesting other than the doctor. I thought he had a role and worked for me. I
You
didn't
didn't like
find...
Bright Lights, Big City?
I'm trying to remember if I did.
Yeah.
That might be the other
Secret
one.
of My Success.
See,
You
I
gotta
like
watch
that one.
You gotta watch Stuart Little. He plays Stuart Little.
I will watch Stuart Little. I
Yeah, I've
told
seen
you,
that.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Okay, can I
The
continue?
Hard Way. I love The Hard Way.
Hard Way's not bad. Can I continue?
Yeah, sorry.
Sidetrack.
Can you?
No. I had a lot of problems. I watched this yesterday, Kev, and I just never got into it. I got the whole premise of the film. I'm like, he's going to stay. I got that from the beginning. I thought, well, the hit, I just was not interested. I didn't buy him at all in this movie. He never sold me he was a doctor, ever. The townsfolk weren't funny to me. The jokes weren't funny. I found it fell flat in his face.
I would say this isn't necessarily a flat-out comedy.
No, it's more of a drama.
It's more like a film like Pleasantville,
Oh,
or
didn't like it.
what was that movie with Jim Carrey and the
Truman
movie theater?
Show.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, The Majestic.
The Majestic, kind of like that. You know, he ends up somewhere he shouldn't be,
Yes.
and he's a fish out of water, but he ends up, you know, becoming part of the community.
Yeah, I can't recommend Doc Hollywood. It just was not for me.
Oh.
So I'm glad you two liked it. That's great. I thought that should have been better to me. I love Bridget Fonda in it. David August Stewart did the role. I wanted some jokes, I think.
I think this was Woody Harrelson's first movie role.
Oh, there you go. And he was fine too. I love Woody. But again, it didn't do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
Don't
would-
apologize.
Which one are we doing next? Incredibles or the other Bob's movie?
We can do Incredible.
Because Kevin's got to go. So do Incredibles.
We kind of did the Incredibles before. We all loved the Incredibles.
Well, I'd like to go through it again. Can we go through the Incredibles quickly?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
briefly.
surprised we haven't reviewed it before.
I don't think we have. I put it on because I didn't see it on our list.
Huh.
Okay,
Alright,
continue to Barry Lego and I'll look it up. But I'm pretty sure it's not on the list.
Incredibles is an amazing Fantastic Four movie.
Absolutely.
It's classic Pixar.
Loved it.
I love the shot of like them like fighting, like just going together as a family, like fighting crime or fighting the baddies for the first time. Like when they all assemble, that's so cool.
Actually, there was a difference between the first one and the second one. Violet was like shy in the first one, and then all of a sudden in the second one, well, it's 14 years. No, it's supposed to be right after, but she had more confidence in the second one.
Yeah, because like,
But wasn't that the point of the first movie, was that she got the confidence?
Yes.
yeah,
By the
because she
end-
was comfortable
Yeah.
with herself. Like at the end,
Yeah.
like the Tony is like,
So-
oh, you seem different. Like, yeah, I feel different. Yeah.
I am kind of tired of movies having characters grow in the first film and then revert back to type in the second film. So I'm glad to hear that she actually grew. What she,
Yeah.
her character development in the first movie actually carried over to the second.
Did Dash develop at all, or no?
Dash has nothing to develop. He's just fast and
Yeah.
overconfident.
Correct.
Yeah.
His voice literally changed because he's a different actor now, but that's about it.
Is
Oh.
he?
Yeah, because the original kid's like 25 now.
I thought his voice just changed from one film to the next.
Oh, yeah. The first guy was Spencer Fox, and
Yeah,
this guy's
Blazer.
like Hugh Huck Milner or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I rewatched this last night.
Okay.
And I was thinking when I finished it, I could not, like, usually I might play on my phone, I could not turn away from this film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have a poster on my wall framed when I bought it when I first saw it because I love the film so much. I still give this film a 10 out of 10.
It's great.
Absolutely perfect, Kevin. The pacing's right. I like the action. I love the villain.
Yeah, Syndrome. He has such a good backstory.
And
too.
they give him a backstory. And then, like I said, when I watched 2, all that was missing for me in 2.
Mm.
I didn't
Oh,
care about the
yeah.
villain. I had a big problem with the villain. I thought the villain stunk.
Right.
And that was my biggest problem with 2. And
See,
and one, it works. I know what it reminded me of, Kevin. If you watch 1, because I haven't watched it, and I did, it's like James Bond to me.
Well, the music is very James Bond-like.
And I thought that. I kept hearing, I'm like, can the James Bond, we watched every James Bond movie. I'm like, the music would come in. I kept listening for it. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'm like, it is a James Bond meets Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's a jazzy score. It's great.
Right.
Like, Michael Giacchino's score is perfect in the first one.
Yeah. And the second one, too.
And the second one, I don't think has
Kermit.
much music for me.
Oh, really?
It was
I
okay.
thought that brought me back.
I found I was spending more time trying to figure out, like, I don't like the second one. I'm like, oh, they did this in the first one. They did that in the first. They did this in the first one.
I do agree with you a bit on the villain, though. Like, I thought I saw it coming a little but I don't want to spoil it for Kevin.
But Edna was great in this, the second one, too. And she was amazing in the first one.
I love her. The no capes.
Because that works for
love
me.
that.
You know, and I thought maybe we'd have another cape issue here, but we didn't. My problem is the first one is a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no reason this sequel, I mean, it was solid, but it's not good enough for me. Because all they did was take the best stuff from the first one and flip it. And I still would argue that.
Right. So you're saying we didn't need it?
Yes, I definitely don't think they should have left it alone.
I think everyone would have been pissed if we never got it, though.
Why?
Because they've been saying, like, for so long, we're probably going to get it. And then 14 years, we finally get it. I think it's great.
But did we need a Monsters, Inc. sequel? There's my argument there.
No.
That was
No.
terrible.
I liked it.
I mean, I'd like to
But
see
I
an
like
In and Out sequel. I mean, same characters, maybe a different person.
That would be good.
Like, I don't
Inside
need,
Out?
Yeah, I don't need the same girl in the film, but they could pick somebody different to do Inside Out for me.
Yeah.
And I think it would work. I mean, they're doing a Toy Story 4.
Did you like Finding Dory?
Yes, I loved Finding Dory.
Okay.
Because it wasn't the first one again.
True.
Hi, I'm
So you're just
Sigourney Weaver.
thinking that, like, the formula and stuff, like, it's just follows the same road?
Yes, and that
It's
was my
just
biggest
reversed?
problem with 2. I mean, after rewatching 1, rewatching 2, I'm like, they're pretty much the same movie.
It's fair if you do watch them back to back, but yeah. I still loved it, though.
But when you watch Toy Story, 1, 2, and 3 are all fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 is probably the best one in the bunch.
Yeah.
So,
I love 2.
okay.
I don't think the producers counted on you watching Incredibles back to back though.
Well, they should know me better.
Yeah, but they had to have figured that out. Most
Yeah.
people would do that.
Yeah, because I think they had screenings with Incredibles and Incredibles 2. And apparently there's, like, some similar jokes that build on the first one.
They
So,
did.
Yeah. It's cool.
I know I watched it. I also ran through all the Jurassic Parks before I watched the new one.
There we go.
But
We'll do that next time.
anyway.
Okay,
Sorry.
last film on the list, Barely Legal.
Are you there?
Barely Legal.
Haley Steinfeld,
Barely lethal.
Lethal, whatever. Samuel L. Jackson.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Simon.
What's the other film? Sophia Turner.
Sophie Turner.
The chick
Jessica
from
Alba.
that show my kids watch when she plays twins. Dove Cameron.
Oh, Dove Cameron. Yeah, Liv and Maddie.
Lip Bank. Well, see, of course, Dan watched it. And the chick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Mom.
Jessica Alba?
Oh.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Rachel something.
Yeah, and Jessica Alba's in it. Bob, this is your film. You can start.
Okay, I saw this. I saw this in the $5 bin in Walmart. And I
Oh,
thought,
I know you did.
looks in- what?
I think I did too. Go on.
Yeah, but I actually bought it. You probably left it there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I bought it. I thought, this looks interesting. I read the back, and usually I can tell a movie by reading the back. So I did. Actually, I ruined the movie for myself by doing that with one of the movies that I just said I watched because like you read the back and you knew the plot already. It's coming up, I guess. Anyway, so with this one, she's like a schoolgirl, but she's like also a spy.
Oh, it's
And-
Spy Kids all over again.
Yeah. But,
Spy
well,
Kids.
yeah. I don't know. It was for what it was. It was fun. And who was their boss?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's all over the place. But for what it was okay for me. Like I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's perfect.
Far
It's
from it.
it is a typical Bob movie. I'll say that.
It is. Has a prom.
Has a problem.
Has a prom at
Does
the
it have
end.
music? Does it have music?
It does.
Oh, it doesn't have
Mamma
people sing.
Mia.
No, they're not
Here we
singing
go.
because
No,
Dove
no,
Cameron
start that.
Mama.
and her boyfriend go to dance, and the Haley Steinfeld's lead does not want to. Her boyfriend doesn't want to dance.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She wants to give up, and she wanted to give up the spy business for a while to get like a regular life. So
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know.
she faked her death, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Or something.
sure. Eventually, anyway.
Okay. Bob,
Yes.
this is one of the worst edited films I've ever seen. I can clearly tell when Haley Steinfeld's doing something and when she's not doing something because the editing is brutal. I'm like, that's not her. That's because the editing is
That's
so
only because
cut.
you're looking for it.
No, I wasn't looking for it. It showed up. I thought,
I didn't see that at all.
If you want to get a scoop, you can fill a bowl of. Sorry, guys.
hit mute.
Ooh, yeah.
The rice is cooked.
The rice is cooked. Get the rice. The rice is cooked. This movie is cooked.
Jeez.
Can we put
Yeah,
it on-
like this show.
Can we put the rice on the butter chicken?
Yeah. I thought Dove Cameron actually did a really good job.
Was she sort of a villain type?
No, she was the sister. Well,
Yes. She impressed me. I thought the mom worked as a character. Samuel L. Jackson's just kind of here for a paycheck, and it's pretty evident.
Of course he is.
Sophia Turner is awful, and so is Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld doesn't look like she can read her own lines.
Okay.
She looks so displaced in this movie. I didn't hate it. Would you hit mute, Kevin?
Yes, all right. I'm done.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm trying to, but I'm hearing something about rice in a cup, and I'm getting confused.
And butter chicken. You hear butter chicken too.
There's no butter chicken.
It was yesterday.
There was yesterday. And I think the film could have worked better if the editing was a little bit smoother. Maybe if they flushed out the spy camp maybe a little bit more at the beginning. I don't know. Gave me a reason why Jessica Alba wants to kill her. Like, it was kind of dumb. Like, the film kind of has a beginning and an end, but the middle works, but the beginning and end are silly.
Okay.
Like, why are they going after her?
But she escaped.
Why is Jessica
tried-
Alba going after her?
They know
sees herself in her. I don't know.
They want her back.
Jessica Alba's got nothing to do with it. She's number one. She pretends she left. They were chasing her at the beginning of the film. We don't even know why they were chasing her. I accepted that. Never explains to me why. She shows up the back to kill her. Why? Because
that's what villains do.
Exactly. So there's no point to this film. Jessica Alba is a tool. She is terrible as always.
Uh-huh.
She's there for a paycheck too, and she can't even hold a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal movie at those times.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it, just so you know.
I'm not offering much because I haven't seen this for like 3 years.
You're
And
not.
all I remembered was
You didn't need to revisit it. You're fine.
yeah. All I remembered was it had Haley Steinfeld, Sophie Turner was like they had like a rivalry or something,
Oh, so dumb.
and she was an asshole to her at a house party,
Yes.
and then Jessica Alba was the villain, and then that was it.
That's about all
I
you
think
need.
that's all you. I think that's all you need to know.
But you
though.
got it all. You got the whole point of the film. It's one easy thing. Did anybody buy anything this week?
No.
No.
So that's it. We have a short week. Perfect.
Oh, I did.
Oh, Kevin did.
I actually bought the Lego movie and the Batman Lego movie.
Ooh, did you buy the Lego Ninjago one?
No, I skipped it. I could have gotten it for free.
Oh,
He doesn't want it. He's like, nope.
oh, that's a slap in the face, right? That's great.
It is a terrible film, Lego
What about
Ninjago.
that other movie? What about that other movie that's a vault movie? I forget what it is now. I gave it back to you.
We're in the buy it section, Bob. Did you buy anything?
No, I did not.
Oh, then we can move on. Are we done? I think we're done. We're out of here, right? Short
Yeah.
tweet to the point.
I
Okay.
guess so, yeah.
Okay. What opens next? Ant-Man? Is that what's next? Jurassic World's next episode? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I'm out of here. I'm Simon, and if they make it,
I'm unfortunately to watch it at some point. Oh, there it is.
to contact us, please email at extrafeatures@gmail.com and join us at our Facebook page.